Yeah, I'm sorry. Are we live? Does it show that we're live? I'm sorry. I smoked before I got here. Cheated.
We are live.
Oh, beautiful.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen, MBs all across the internet?
Um,
We are the smoke break.
are we though? Because I ain't taking a break yet.
I took a break from smoking to drive, and then I am here now smoking some more. So I took a break from smoking to have a smoke break.
Just make sure not to drive high, y'all. This is my opinion.
Please do not drive high and get caught.
What?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
Me neither.
Man, you rolled like three spliffs and you only passed one. I had a dream that one day you would pass a spliff.
So let's get right to it. Boston, Massachusetts. A young black professional artist.
What was his name?
Shit, I forgot. And I believe he's from Brooklyn.
Oh, I mean, awesome for him. I know he got paid and whatnot, but
It was totally his creative control, his design.
mm,
Yeah.
he really likes arms.
Well, I mean, I get the symbolism behind it, but the unintended the unintended view of it, given Boston's history that we're all familiar with in the Northeast, at least those of us that have been to Boston. Um,
Listen, it looks like a sex act. I'm done. Like, let's not sit it from depending on which angle it is. It's either a hug, giving head to a girl, like you sitting here munching, or you're holding a BBC. That's it. That's it. That's it.
how do we know the late great Dr. King didn't eat the box?
Oh my God! This I think he probably did, yo. Disrespectful.
Listen, Coretta was by his side through thick and thin, even when he cheated on her. She was all smiles and all arms when he won that Nobel Peace Prize.
She loved him,
She
but I
lo-
mean things were different back then. I'm not sure about now.
she loved him, and I believe wholeheartedly that he loved her back.
Of course he did.
And
Where do I ask again? 'Cause
in the ashtray, which my old car does actually have. So, given that it was supposed to be a symbol of love, a symbol of admiration, I tuned into Ebro in the morning, and he made a point that there's not enough symbols of black love facially. Like, want to see the faces, want to see the look of love on their faces. When the statues of black people is usually a serious face or something that reflects pain. Do you really see smiling black statues? He made up a point. But, however, what does the artist want to convey? The artist want to convey love, embrace, togetherness. Is Dr. Martin Luther King and Mrs. Coretta Scott King embracing after a historic triumph. Which, by the way, Hartford resident Richard Battles was in attendance that day. Pastor from Mount Olive Church, and the
what
man
does it look like in person?
and the man that Battle Street was named after here in Hartford. What did it look like in person? Um, Looks like it would be pretty huge. The picture doesn't really give it justice, but it's probably a sight to see in person. And maybe one day I'll take a drive up to Boston to see it for myself.
Listen, I've got to take the trip up to Boston. I want to fly a drone around it and do a 360. That's what I would love to do.
Better hurry before somebody beats you to it. Boston's a big city.
I don't care. Somebody's probably already done it.
Probably. We haven't seen the footage yet. So, anyone watching, let us know in the comments what you think of the Boston Dr. King statue.
Is anyone watching?
We have two people live right now.
Oh,
Hello to the two live watchers we have. I know we always have more on the rewatch.
come on, we only got two people watching. Leave them alone. It starts to get awkward. I'm like, oh my god.
All right, so moving on. Um, what else? You said the statue is like a sex act,
It looks like somebody's giving a girl head.
and I asked, did Dr. King eat the box? And you said,
Maybe, but that's disrespectful. I mean, is it?
is it disrespectful? Or should I remind you of former First Lady Gluck Gluck 9000?
Nancy Reagan.
Is it disrespectful?
Nancy Reagan, America's biggest chicken head.
We know damn well what Marilyn Monroe meant by Mr. President.
I want you to think about something. So Ronald Reagan was part of the Screen Actors Guild, into the unions. He was very progressive and liberal. I need you to think about how good was Nancy Reagan's head that she took him from liberal all the way to fucking Reaganomics with that throat.
What led him to become the Republican governor of California?
Look.
Okay, so what were his policies in the beginning before he was elected?
No fucking clue.
Remember, he's the one that changed an age-old law just despite the Black Panthers' right to carry open carry.
Oh my god.
There was a legal law for, I guessing at that point, nearly 100 years. I do not remember when California officially became a state, but it's been law since the state's inception.
Let's figure out, because I'm going to Google it.
And Huey Newton knew this, and they applied it to what the Black Panthers started out to be, which was protect. Yeah, the Mumford Act took that away. And then there's Black Panthers walking in the chamber with rifles. That didn't help either.
Why should they not? I mean, didn't some fucking militants take over a bird sanctuary?
Apparently, they were given the wrong directions to the room they wanted to be in and walked in on a session fully armed.
Ooh.
Yeah, they were misled.
So we're talking about the
Capitol, the California Capitol building, which I believe is in Sacramento. Capital of California is Sacramento, right?
Yeah, Sacramento, California.
Yeah. So this happened in Sacramento. And I'm trying to remember the actual history and not what happened in the Panther movie. That's fresh on my mind because I watched some about that. Yeah, Mario Van Peebles did a movie called Panther. It stars Marcus Wong from The Matrix as Huey Newton. And Kadeem Hardison's in it, Bobby Brown's in it, Taryn Turner's in it, King Woodbine, a rapper named Nefertiti's in it, female rapper, by the way, dope as hell. Mr. Mother Nature, Mother Nature, Mother Nature. That shit is dope. Anyway, yeah, it was like an all-star cast. Angela Bassett reprised her role for Malcolm X as Malcolm X's widow, Betty Shabazz. It was well done. There was elements of historical events as well as an underlying fictional story in that movie. It's pretty dope.
Let me use your lighter.
Did you find the Mumford Act?
I got high. I forgot what I was doing.
Wow. This must be powerful shit.
So, out of curiosity, how's the ship?
It's nice.
So, this is GG4. You might have seen me watering it, taking pictures with it, and now we're smoking it. Yay, legalization. Mwah. Thank you, lawmakers. Please make sure to vote for the bills that we're going to be putting up. Please make sure to call your lawmakers if they're not co-sponsoring these bills. Let's get these bills passed. Let's get some equity, baby.
If enough states follow suit with the other states that have already legalized, it forces the federal government's hand. I just started that.
I remember when the feds were raiding California, and I thought it was like a crazy thing that legalization came out. I'm like, wow.
There's grassroots organization even in red states pushing for legalization.
It's crazy how Boehner didn't want legalization until after he retired, and then all of a sudden he's like, wait, there's money in this. Oh my God, Republicans, they love money.
Listen, Jay-Z don't even smoke and he's in the weed business. What does that tell you?
I think I'll be honest with you. I think the oil industry, what we need to do is like somehow get better lobbyists for shit like, hey, we're gonna die. Please stop climate change. Here's tons of money, Republicans. I don't know. Something like if Soros money is really real, can we toss it over there?
Dig this. So even if all cars are electric, we still rely on the oil company for heating oil and for plastics and for diesel. Because ships can't be all electric. Trains can't be cargo trains can't be all electric. Of course you can make an electric speed train, but there's always going to be some kind of dependence on big oil. With that said, there's an African engineer.
Wait,
hold on.
Brazil.
Yeah, there's one of the biggest producers of crude oil is Brazil.
No. Biofuel.
Yeah, biofuel is option. Let me get this. So I saw on the internet a young African engineer that found a way to convert plastic into gasoline.
Ooh, protect that, brother.
Yes.
At all costs.
Now the world does have a recycling problem, especially the U.S. and China. What can we do with all this discarded plastic? If this brother discovered a way to do it, and if you can find a way to get it mass marketed, patented, and all of that shit, yes, we need that shit.
Okay, maybe they might start filtering out microplastics in order to make it for gasoline too, because that might solve a lot of problems. Because we've got microplastics in our blood.
There's components of Teslas made of plastic. It comes from crude oil.
Man, let's just get everything turned into fucking gasoline, burning supply. I know I just made an environmentalist cringe one day in the future.
10 years from now, the road will be mostly electrics and the only gas-powered cars on the road will be used cars. We don't have an infrastructure to make it full scale. Not yet. That's going to take a few more decades. I'll be old and gray being chauffeured in an electric retirement home bus or something.
You will. Shit. You.
I mean, there's luxury retirement homes. I have my own house and round-the-clock medical service.
I want to see how long I can stay active to babysit. Side note, please pray for my grandma. Oh yeah.
I saw on the internet. I don't even know which Spanish country it is, but I know they're speaking Spanish. But a woman that's apparently 114 years old made a Christmas tree out of garden hose tubing.
Wait, guys. So we're going to go to our commercial sponsor. However, before you do, make sure to subscribe to her Patreon. For more information, you go to sorry, a little bit of dry mouth. I'm gonna get something to drink. Kimura's Cultural Corner.com. And here's her information. We'll post her links later.
Practicing and living in community means that we're responsible to ourselves and others. It means that we're committed to engaging humbly and bravely with others who we may not agree with, but who share a similar worldview. Tensions and conflicts are gifts that allow us to grow together. Join our peaceful revolution.
We're back.
We are back. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to our Patreon. Thank you so much.
$36 a year minimum.
And you get to support activists getting bonded out of prison, families getting fed, you know. What else does she do? She does a lot.
Gardening, social counseling,
cultural humility. Once you figure out that DEI isn't really going to do much without some application, you know, make sure to leave something in your budget for her HR people, because you're going to need it.
Yeah.
But first, start out with subscribing to her Patreon. Bang bang.
She loaned me a book shortly after last week's episode. It's The High Desert by Jane Spooner. It details his childhood and his coming of age and immersing himself slowly but surely into the punk scene as a mixed race brother born in New York, moving around and settling into California for a second time in a small desert town where you can count black people on your hand. It's an amazing book, and James Spooner he also put out a documentary in 2003 called Afropunk, and later became the founder of the event festival that we know today as Afropunk.
Nice. So now I have questions.
Yes.
What did you first see when you saw the fucking statue? Did you see it from the right angle, or did you see it from the angle you weren't supposed to see?
I didn't know what the fuck it was. I saw someone post a photograph that he took of it on Facebook, and no context at all. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It took me a while to realize that it was a couple of arms, and I was like, I don't get it. It was only days later where I found out what the statue was. So my first initial reaction is, the fuck is this, and why is it in Boston?
Yeah.
Then I realized, oh, is Martin Luther and Coretta Scott King. What the fuck is that doing in Boston? And where's the rest of their body?
And then you've got to read about it.
It's a young black brother from Brooklyn that designed.
Congratulations, get them coins.
And it apparently took 4 years to complete. That's a lot of welding. It's a lot of shaping. Metal work is not easy. Nah. That's his vision. Let it be what it is. The people that will find out what it means eventually. That's what art's supposed to do. Think about your favorite rappers. How you initially liked a song because of how they said it or something they said, and then you realize later something they said meant something else, and then you find out double entendre, triple entendre, and then you're just diving deep into, because you love the fuck out of the song and you find deeper meaning as you listen to it more and more and more. So as you see this piece of art more and more and more, then you see what he's trying to represent. He's trying to represent love, embrace, and humanity.
That shit looks like I'm getting head.
Then there's that.
I'm sorry,
but to be fair, in order to properly orally please a woman, you have to embrace But I mean, come on now.
That's in public, yo. Like kids are gonna go visit that
But
shit.
those are two pairs of arms. That's not legs.
It depends on the angle.
Okay. Also, recent news: a young boy. He's known for a particular. I don't know if do you pronounce it GIF or GIF.
I think it's GIF.
Okay, well we use GIF. So he's known for a GIF. Young dark skinned chubby kid holding a cup with an awkward stare, like he doesn't want to look at you, but he can't look away, kind of thing. You know that? You know what I mean? I'm talking about.
Wait, which one?
The little black boy with a cup in his hand in the corner, kind of
Oh
awkward
yeah,
stare.
Popeye's kid. That now his hometown got the thing of him.
Yep, and he's apparently making money off of Popeye's permission to use his likeness, and in his own city. In I don't know what part of New Jersey it was.
So I forgot dude's name from Spectacular. He's always like beautiful. You gotta look him up. Makes me happy. I hope he's happy every day.
Yeah, I'm too much Tony Baker and Mike Cakes.
Hmm?
Sir, sir. That Mike Cakes.
No, I'm into like things that you would love, but or things that you wouldn't expect but that you love because you'd be happy.
I'm into cars, DJing, sound systems, equipment, vintage music, hip hop music, reggae music, Afro beats, African women, African culture, African drums, and a lot of things that single men like that would get married men in trouble.
Hmm.
Being honest. And also I follow all of my local artists and all of my peeps that I grew up with. If I don't see them in my timeline, I'm searching them and trying to trigger the time on. Like, yeah, trick the algorithms to see the people that you want to see. So like he ain't posted in a while, and he found out that they posted like 6,000 things. Right?
High.
Yeah,
You high as fuck.
you high as fuck. I mean, so. But well, it's the smoke break. We smoke. You get high when you smoke. You get high when you vape. You get high when you do edibles. However, smoke break is about how close can we stay on subject, and I think we
No,
got
it's
pretty
not. It's about talking shit while smoking.
good. Okay, we talking shit while smoking.
Okay,
We
so
talking
I
shit.
need people to pass these fucking bills, yo. I'm gonna pull those up.
Yes,
So call your legislators because if not, then what the fuck? That's not cool.
what new hip hop have you listened to lately?
I haven't.
I listened to Glorilla's album.
Yeah, I love her.
She gives me old school Memphis vibes, but I don't know if the off kilter thing is on purpose or not. Beats are dope, but her rapping gets old pretty fast. The flow doesn't change very much. Although I do applaud her for having dense rhymes. I give her a 4.5 out of 5. Stop saying ratchet shit though.
Oh, why not? Why not?
Did you hear about the black panties thing?
Tell me about them.
She wears black panties almost exclusively because less chance of there being, and I quote, doo-doo stains. Apparently, no matter how much she washes her ass, she always ends up with stains in her white panties, so she wears black panties, especially when she's going on dates. This was weeks ago, many weeks ago.
She's gone to a doctor. Hope one of her hands reached out to the doctor.
Does she have a leaky ass, or she's just not wiping properly?
Listen. No. Let's just pray for this girl. I ain't gonna drag her like that.
Too
I
late.
don't drag it like that.
Too late. That was like 5,000 tweets ago. I don't know how Black Twitter works. But musically, I think she's solid. I think she does have a future. She's unapologetic about who she is, where she's from, what she does, what she represents, what she believes in. Nobody can take that away from her. So 4 out of 5 for overall. I would like to see her grow as 21 Savage did. 21 Savage had a starting point and he's far exceeded that. I hope the same for Glorilla. Fair assessment? Check her music out. Matter of fact, check out every female rapper you ever heard of, even in passing, even if it's not your taste. Listen to them. Understand them.
I put it on when my kids put it on, so whatever my kids put on for me.
Or show likes Megan Thee Stallion.
She's a college graduate.
She is. Educated woman. Dense bars. I give her a 4.8 over Glorilla. I'm rating Glorilla more on potential than skill. But she has skill and she has room for growth and she can grow. She has the drive to do so. So I'm giving her a high score out of potential. Now, based on pure skill, Megan gets a 4.8. Her rhyme schemes are more varied. Her flow switch is more. Even within the realm of who she is and what she represents, she does have a variety of subject matter she can go through. And bar wise, she can go toe to toe with any male rapper, and she can freestyle. So she has skill sets. Here's how I rate rappers outside of whatever the fuck's happening in their lives, the media, yeah. With the function of an MC, how good are they at it? That's it. Fuck what they rap about. Fuck their personal lives. How good is the raps? That's the only fair way to rate rappers. With that said, Lil Pump and them, Lil Peeps and them, and Zans and them are still at the bottom of the barrel. Let's just get that out of the way. Female rappers have been taking a hard hit.
They always will. And it's not fair.
Lizzo, talented sister. Rap, sing, and play flute and dance. All in a unitard. Come on now. Oh, she's too pop. Oh,
Like this shit, yeah.
too many white women. Oh, she's too fast.
Hold on now. While we're sitting there looking for this shit, hold on. So here's some of the bills that you guys definitely have to look out for. So we got Bang 5725, right? So what does this baby do right here?
Explain.
Ooh, baby, look at this.
So tell us what we're looking at.
So first of all, the legalized marijuana, we want to make sure that it's got strict and low mold levels. We don't want bacteria in it. We want to make sure that and this is something I think everyone can get on board with, so no one should fight us, right? Address mold and bacteria remediation methods currently allowed. So allowing a caregiver program. So we can talk more about that later. You'll see it in the bill. But something for medical patients. Also allowing hemp festivals and cannabis festivals that organizers can do, like the High Bazaar.
Because Massachusetts is
And
killing us.
micro cultivator licenses. And let's get some of that extra tax revenue in if you can.
Massachusetts has a lot of events. They are fun. They are fun to drive to because some of them are in the middle of nowhere. You show up and oh shit, it's a party. Oh, y'all got tents, you got food, you got music, well, weed galore, t-shirts, jewelry, bongs, bowls, vapes, flour, oil, what is it called? Shatter, edibles, mad food, regular and infused. There is only one thing that you will not see in sight at all: alcohol. There's so much weed, no one feels like drinking. Just water, juice. People do drink. There's some people BYOB, but generally, everybody's just happy with the weed. So guess what? Guess what doesn't happen? No drunk driving incidents.
I want to see their.
Do they have data on accident rates of those that test positive for marijuana? Because it's been confirmed by many studies that the impairment actually makes you more careful at driving.
Well, we can always discuss that later. But guys, I'm going out tonight, so I will see y'all later.
All right.
Where you at? Oh, don't tell no one. We're both going different places.
You see me where you see me when you see me. And I will let you know when the next performances will be happening. All right. Adios.